Hello idlers, this is your Colonel speaking, and we have the long-awaited aura rework going here. So we're going to take a look at that and how it affects the game, as well as the Michelle rework, and we'll see what her new stats are. But anyway, to start out with, basically the new auras basically they mostly affect people who didn't have an aura before. So if you were running if you were running a team with no aura before, now you instantly have an aura, which is nice for you. So they get a big boost. And people who were running an aura before still get a little bit of a boost as well, but not as much of a boost. For example, I have a rainbow. I've been running a rainbow team here, as you can see. And before the change, rainbow was basically attack plus 10 and HP plus 10%. And so you can see here, now it's HP plus 12%, attack plus 9%. And then on top of those, you got 8% damage reduce and 8% control immune as well. So the regular auras also got a nice boost, and honestly they don't really exist anymore, the auras as they once did, but it is interesting to compare them from what they were to what they are now. And so basically, let me show you how it works. So you have no aura. That's not true. Well, yeah. So you have no aura, and if you don't have 6 heroes on your team, okay. So as soon as you take out one, then you see the aura grays out there because you don't have an aura anymore. So keep that in mind. So you always want 6 team members. But we're going to see here, so basically each one of your team members adds its own little bit of aura to your team, is how it works. So for example, we can look at the forest aura here. So basically, if you divide all those by 6, basically each forest hero that you have on your team adds 3% HP, 2% attack, and 2% damage reduce. Okay, so so obviously a full forest team here is going to give you 18% HP, 12% attack, and 12% damage reduce. And that's how it basically shakes out for everything. So every faction, every single hero brings its own faction aura to your overall aura. Does that make sense? So, for example, we could look at the dark aura here. Let's see. And by the way, we already got rid of forest. But before, if you had all forest heroes, you would have gotten HP plus 20% and crit plus 5% is all. So now you're getting 18% HP instead of 20% HP, and then you're getting 12% damage reduce and 12% attack instead of 5% crit. So you can see the auras are much more powerful now. But anyway, now let's look at dark, and I believe dark and light have the same aura now. They both provide the same stats, I think. Yeah, I think they do. So we'll look at that in a second. But anyway, so with the old system, if you had an all dark aura like this, you had plus 30% control immune and plus 20% HP. So now you got plus 18 HP instead of plus 20, which is a little less, and plus 24% control immune instead of plus 30, which is a little less, but you're also getting a plus 12% attack boost as well. So you can see that's much nicer. And if we take 3 of these out and give ourselves a GVE aura, and there's the new Michelle. She's got slightly different art, but we'll look at her in a second. But so, okay, yeah, so I guess light does give you a little bit of a different aura. So GVE before the change gave you attack plus 13.5%, and now it gives you plus 11%, and HP plus 16%, which is the same, but there was no control immune, so you're getting plus 24% control immune on top of that. So that's really nice as well. So let's see what the light heroes give you. Where are my light heroes? Let's see, we got Ada here. Come on, light. Where are you hiding? There you are. There's some more Michelles. But anyway, so light heroes, basically, each light hero is going to give you 3% HP, 2% attack, and as well as control immune. So 4% control immune, basically. So there you go. So what else should we look at here? I think you get the main idea, which is that each team member gives you part of an aura, right? So I mean, if you had we'll go no aura here. How about that? So we'll just throw together a bunch of guys here, and what do we want? A red and a green. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. So normally this would not be an aura at all, because you got, I mean, this wouldn't have been an aura, but in the old system, it would have been not a non-aura team. But now, of course, each of these heroes brings their own little bit of aura to your overall aura. So now you would have an aura here. See, you get plus 14 HP, plus 8% control immune from your 2 light heroes. You got plus 8% damage reduce, also from your light heroes. And then you got plus 10% attack, and plus 14% HP from all your other heroes there. So anyway, that's how it works. So I guess, and so how does this affect things? Well, so last night I was fighting my guild bosses here. I was fighting Faith Blade here. So, and the 3 Faith Blades all had the light aura. So I guess it does. I guess it works differently for bosses. I guess they automatically get the aura, even though there's only 3 of them. So they all got the light aura. But I assume that they only got a little bit of the aura because there was only 3 of them. But I could be wrong. But anyway, so going into what's another one? Let's look at Seal Land now, because before, let's do a little battle here. So obviously we're going to have a full shadow aura here, which turns out to be 18% HP, 12% attack, and 12% damage reduce. But let's see what the enemy has here. So before, none of these teams had auras, but now you can see they do get an aura. Oh no, they don't actually, do they? it's not activated. You can see the little glowy thing in the middle is not working on their aura. So they don't. So yeah. So it doesn't really change. It didn't really change things here in Seal Land. So they still don't have an aura there in Seal Land, the enemy teams. And I guess in Aspen Dungeon it wouldn't matter anyway, because you're not going to have an aura, obviously, and the enemy's not going to have an aura either. So let's see if we can beat Amun-Ra here. Okay. So yeah, neither of us had an aura there, as you could see. And so yeah, you're not going to have auras. So really, it doesn't affect much in the in any of the in Aspen Dungeon or Seal Land, and obviously in the tower, your enemies had auras before, and they're still going to have some type of aura, right? In fact, they're going to have a more powerful aura now. So if you're having trouble in the tower, now your enemy's just got a little more powerful. So, but of course your team got a little more powerful as well, honestly, overall. So that shouldn't really affect things too badly. And other than that, I think that pretty much covers the auras. So if you have any specific questions about auras, leave a comment in the leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you on that, because I did write down all the old auras and what bonuses they give you. So if you have questions on a specific aura that existed before, what the stats were on that, let me know, and I can fill you in. But I don't really want to go through all the auras. I don't think it's really important. I think what is important is just the underlying principles of the new aura system, and how everything adds up to give you an overall aura. So there we go. Anyway, now we're going to look at Michelle, the new Michelle, and here she is. So let's see. So she looks like this at first level. I actually like her new art quite a bit. So there she is at level 1, and then when you 6-star her, she turns into this, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, her last evolution here looks like that, and that's pretty awesome. I gotta say, that's a really nice looking new Michelle. I like it a lot. So there we go. So what changed on Michelle is basically her active skill and her resurrection changed a little bit. So on her active skill, actually, did her stats change at all? Let's see. No, her base stats are all the same. So her active skill basically does, it's all the same until you get to the Blaze of Seraph. So before, her active skill gave plus 20% crit to 3 allies, I believe. Well, now she grants one random ally the Blaze of Seraph for 3 rounds. And what that does basically is your ally that has that on basically burns the enemies in addition to their normal their basic attack or their active skill. They burn the target as well, dealing damage by 6% of the target's max HP for 2 rounds. So basically they lose 6% of their max HP for 2 rounds, which is pretty nice. And then that damage caps at 500% of Michelle's attack. So it's kind of complex there, but basically your unit, your hero that has Blaze of Seraph is going to burn targets every time they hit somebody, and that target takes 2% of their max, 6% of their max HP. They lose 6% of their max HP for 2 rounds, and that caps at 500% of Michelle's attack. So, so a little complicated, but basically, but it's nice. It's very nice. A nice little boost that she gives to her team there. And then, of course, when she resurrects now, she resurrects at 100% of HP, as like she did before. But now she comes back with 100% energy, and she gains an additional 100 energy, which means she can cast her active skill as soon as she resurrects. And then she puts Blaze of Seraph on herself as well as soon as she attacks. She automatically has Blaze of Seraph when she resurrects. And of course, so she burns targets, just like I was talking about with her active skill. So only it's on her now, not on a teammate. So there you go. So basically, when she resurrects, she's going to have her full energy, and she's going to be able to get her active skill off, which will give Blaze of Seraph to one of her allies, and she's also going to have Blaze of Seraph on herself. So that's pretty nice. Pretty nice rework. I like it. Will it make her top tier? I don't know. But it is nice that she got a resurrection boost, because that really, her old resurrection boost really wasn't that great. I mean, she just comes back, and usually she just comes back and then you kill her again. It's not really that big a deal. But now, at least she'll be able to do a little more damage before she dies. But anyway, there you go. That's the Michelle rework, and I hope that helps. And of course, she does have a bio if you're interested in those things. Basically, in her bio, basically she's the leader of the Light faction, which I don't know. Maybe other people knew that before, but I didn't. So yeah, she's the leader of the Light faction, and so that's something to think about, I guess. And anyway, that's all we're going to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed that, and please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it, and leave a comment below, and I will get back to you. And this is your Keno signing off. Just remember, as always, that Karma can be a real bitch, but she is lovely, isn't she? Anyway, everybody, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.